Have you ever noticed how your body feels different now compared to 10 or 20 years ago? You still wake up, move through the day, and do most things on your own, but somewhere deep inside you sense a quiet shift. For many men over 60, that shift often begins with a subtle change in energy, mood, and the way your body responds to certain emotions. You might feel fine, but not fully alive. You might not feel sick, but you no longer feel steady in the same way. This video is not about what's right or wrong. It's about understanding. Because one of the most common questions older men silently wonder but rarely ask is, what happens if I continue releasing this emotional tension every day? Is it helping your body or quietly draining you? Today, we'll explore what science actually says about this daily habit, from hormone balance to circulation to prostate health. You'll learn the 5 potential benefits and also 5 important cautions to be aware of. If you're over 60, watch until the end. This might change the way you care for your body each day. And let us know where you're watching from in the comments. I read every single one. Something subtle begins to shift when a man reaches his 60s. You might not feel it all at once, but over time, the signs appear slower recovery. After a long day, a dip in stamina, and a sense that your spark isn't quite as strong as it used to be. This isn't a sign of weakness. It's a message from your body asking for a new kind of support. As you age, your body naturally produces less testosterone, the hormone responsible for energy, confidence, and physical vitality. This decrease affects more than just how you feel. It impacts sleep quality, muscle strength, and how your nervous system handles stress. Alongside that, your prostate gland begins to grow, which is a normal part of aging but can affect how your urinary system functions. Some men notice they wake up more often at night to use the bathroom. Others feel a drop in their internal rhythm, the sense of balance between physical strength and emotional calm. What was once automatic now requires intention. This phase of life is not a decline, it's a shift. But it requires awareness. When you understand what's happening inside you, no longer fear it. Instead, you begin to ask, what can I give my body to help it work with me, not against me? That question is where true health begins. For many men, over 60 routines provide comfort. A morning walk, a favorite cup of coffee, the steady rhythm of familiar habits becomes the framework for calm. Yet one personal routine remains wrapped in silence, the quiet, private way a man may release emotional and physical tension. Some call it a habit, others call it instinct, but few truly understand what it does to the aging male body. Science thankfully offers insight. And while this isn't a one-size-fits-all, prescription studies have observed real, measurable benefits for older men who maintain this kind of self-connection regularly. Let's gently explore 5 potential benefits that may come from this deeply personal rhythm. Potential benefit 1, hormonal calm and mental clarity. After a long day, your body craves release, not just physically, but emotionally. When a man experiences emotional release, the brain responds with a gentle wave of chemical messengers. These are not artificial. They are nature's own stress relievers sent to help you find balance again. Among them are dopamine, which brings pleasure, oxytocin, which fosters calm and connection, and serotonin, which stabilizes your mood. For older men, this hormonal cascade can be deeply therapeutic. It provides not just comfort, but mental clarity and emotional grounding. The worries of the day seem smaller. The mind settles. And the body, often tense from responsibility or age-related tension, softens into rest. Some researchers even suggest that this natural release plays a role in protecting against depression in aging men, because when your internal chemistry is balanced, you feel more like yourself, steady, clear, and at peace. And sometimes that calm isn't just a moment, it's the medicine your body has been waiting for. Potential benefit 2, deeper sleep and natural recovery. Have you ever noticed how your body feels more relaxed, almost sleepy, after a quiet moment of release? That's not your imagination. It's the result of a powerful hormone called prolactin, which floods your system afterward and signals the brain that it's time to rest. Alongside it come oxytocin and serotonin, which we mentioned earlier. Together, they create the perfect cocktail for deep, peaceful sleep. For men over 60, restful sleep becomes harder to achieve. You may fall asleep easily but wake up often or struggle to return to rest once disturbed. This natural hormonal shift can gently reset your internal rhythm, allowing the body to slip more easily into its recovery mode. When sleep improves, so does everything else: energy, focus, mood, and even immune strength. That's why researchers at the National Institute on Aging emphasize that nighttime hormone patterns directly impact healthy aging. So when your body feels drowsy after emotional release, don't resist it. That calm is not weakness, it's a sign your body is healing itself. Potential benefit 3: enhanced circulation and heart support. When your body experiences emotional intensity, even in a gentle, private moment, your blood flow begins to shift. Your heart beats slightly faster, your breathing deepens, and your vessels open wider. This process, called vasodilation, helps increase circulation throughout your body, not just to one area, but to your brain, heart, and muscles too. For older adults, this natural surge in blood flow can be like a quiet cardiovascular workout. It supports healthy arteries, delivers oxygen more efficiently, and can even help regulate blood pressure over time. According to the American Heart Association, consistent blood circulation is key to aging with strength and clarity. Some men notice that after releasing emotional tension, they feel more alert or even lighter in the chest. That's not coincidence, it's your body responding to improved circulation. This gentle activation reminds your system that it's still capable of movement, of renewal, of flow. And in a stage of life where stillness often dominates, any sign of inner flow is something worth protecting. Potential benefit 4: supporting prostate function and natural cleansing. As the body ages, one of the most quiet yet important shifts happens in the prostate. This small gland tucked deep inside plays a big role in how smoothly your urinary system functions. Over time, it tends to grow a natural process, but one that can cause discomfort or interrupted sleep if left unmanaged. Some researchers, including those at Harvard University, have observed a curious connection. Men who release emotional tension more frequently tend to have lower rates of prostate-related complications. The theory is simple. The active release may help clear the gland of aging cells and lingering fluid, allowing it to stay healthier over time. This gentle cleansing effect might explain why some older men feel lighter or more at ease after moments of quiet release. It's not about performance. It's about maintenance. A way of reminding the body to flow, to clear, to renew without pressure, without noise. In the quiet rituals of self-awareness, your body finds its rhythm again. And your prostate, often overlooked, gets the care it silently deserves. Potential benefit 5: strengthening immunity through emotional balance. Your immune system isn't just a physical shield, it's deeply connected to your emotional world. When you feel calm, cared for, and mentally at ease, your body responds with resilience. And moments of gentle emotional release may quietly support this system in ways science is still uncovering. Studies suggest that men who experience regular emotional release often show higher levels of immunoglobulin A, a key antibody that lines the respiratory and digestive tracts. This antibody acts like your body's first line of defense against viruses and bacteria. It's a quiet soldier standing guard. What's more, consistent release may help reduce chronic stress, which is known to suppress immune strength. By lowering the body's tension, you create a better environment for healing and protection. It's not about avoiding illness, it's about giving your body the resources to face it with strength. In caring for your emotional balance, you care for your immunity too. And in times when health feels fragile, that gentle support could be the strongest defense you have. Of course, it's important to remember that every man is different. What feels like relief for one might feel unnecessary for another. And the goal here isn't perfection, it's awareness. If this daily habit brings you peace, calm, and clarity without interfering with your energy, relationships, or focus, then for many men, it can be considered part of a healthy rhythm. Think of it as a gentle reset button, a way for your body to exhale, to find balance again. In a world that asks so much of you, your strength, your patience, your wisdom, it's okay to have one quiet moment that gives something back. One act that's not about performance or pressure. Just a pause where you feel whole again. Even with all its potential benefits, no habit is without limits. What begins as a form of relief can over time become something else, something less conscious and more automatic. For men over 60, especially those going through emotional transitions or facing new health realities, this shift in meaning deserves attention. Here are 5 things to consider if this quiet habit has become a part of your daily rhythm. First, watch for signs of emotional dependence. It's one thing to find comfort in a familiar action. It's another to feel like you can't function without it. If you notice that this moment of release has turned into a necessity where you feel restless, distracted, or incomplete without it, it may be worth pausing. Not to remove it entirely, but to ask yourself, am I still choosing this, or has it started choosing me? Second, be mindful of using this habit to avoid difficult emotions. For many older men, unspoken feelings like sadness, frustration, or loneliness become heavier with time. And while the release can provide temporary ease, it doesn't replace real emotional healing. If this is the only way you deal with stress, it may mask deeper needs. Consider adding healthier coping tools, gentle walks, journaling, prayer, or simply talking to someone you trust. Third, if you're still concerned with fertility, spacing matters. While it's less common at this age, some men are still trying to conceive with a partner. In those cases, daily release may lower the quality of certain reproductive factors simply because the body doesn't have enough time to restore balance. Most doctors recommend waiting 48 to 72 hours between releases when fertility is a goal. If not, this point may not apply, but it's still useful to understand the biology. Fourth, daily repetition may quietly reduce your natural spark. This may sound surprising, but constantly engaging in the same stimulus can desensitize your nervous system. What once felt fresh and meaningful might start to feel flat or automatic. Your brain adjusts to patterns. Just like eating the same meal every day makes it lose flavor, emotional repetition can make the experience less fulfilling over time. Sometimes a short break helps your system reset and rediscover sensitivity. Fifth, how you approach it matters more than how often. If your rhythm becomes rushed, anxious, or filled with self-judgment, it can begin to affect your overall sense of calm and confidence. Some men find that they've trained their minds to move quickly through the act, almost like racing to a finish line. Over time, this may affect other areas of their life by reinforcing patterns of tension, impatience, or even self-doubt. The solution isn't to stop completely, it's to restore awareness. To choose the moment again, not out of boredom or impulse, but from clarity. If you pause and ask, am I doing this with peace or out of habit, you're already halfway to balance. In a culture that often avoids honest conversations about male well-being, the greatest strength is not in doing more, but in understanding why you do it. Your body doesn't need perfection, it needs presence. And presence begins when you notice your patterns without shame, without judgment, and with deep kindness for yourself. In the end, there is no universal answer, no single rule that fits every man. The right decision lives inside your own experience and how your body feels afterward, how your mind responds, and how your day flows because of it. Some men find that this quiet habit helps them stay grounded. It brings a rhythm to their days, a soft reset button when life feels heavy. If it leaves you calmer, clearer, and more rested, then perhaps it's a part of your personal well-being. Not something to hide, not something to fear, but something you've learned to manage with wisdom. For others, though, the habit may begin to feel hollow or automatic or emotionally confusing. You might sense that it's no longer helping, but simply repeating. If that's the case, it's perfectly okay to pause, to take a short break. Sometimes even 3 days of stillness can bring a new level of clarity. You may return to it with a different mindset, or you may not return at all. Either way, you're listening to your body, and that is a form of healing. What matters most is this: are you making the choice from a place of peace or a place of pressure? If you choose with awareness, you're already walking in balance, and balance is far more important than frequency. As Dr. Michael Irwig, an endocrinologist known for his work in men's health, once said, it's not about how often, it's about how you feel after. That's where the truth is. Your body is not asking for perfection. It's asking for partnership, for honesty, for presence. And when you meet it with attention and care, you don't just manage your health, you restore your trust in yourself. So whether you continue, take a break, or change course completely, let it come from a quiet, respectful place. Your body knows more than you think. All it asks is that you listen. By now, you've walked through a full circle of understanding. From the natural changes your body faces after 60 to the surprising benefits of staying connected with yourself. And finally, the quiet cautions that remind us to stay aware, not automatic. This is not about numbers. It's about balance. It's about recognizing that your health is no longer built by force, but by attention. By listening closely to how your body reacts and how your spirit feels in response. If this quiet daily habit brings you peace, clarity, and a sense of renewal, then it may have a healthy place in your rhythm. If it begins to feel like a distraction or like something you're no longer choosing freely, it's okay to pause, reassess, and move forward with new intention. Small shifts create powerful change. Sometimes all it takes is choosing a different hour for your evening tea, taking a walk before bed, or breathing deeply for just 5 minutes each morning. These are the real building blocks of long-term well-being. And above all, remember this, your body is not broken, it's just older. And with age comes wisdom, awareness, and the chance to rebuild trust with yourself in a new way. If this message spoke to something in you today, let us know where you're watching from. I read every comment. And if you'd like to keep exploring topics like this, subscribe to the channel and share it with someone who may benefit. You never know, this might be the conversation that helps someone reclaim their spark, and that truly is the most meaningful gift we can offer.